Hey guys, my name is Braden Matumbakal, and today I'll be sharing with you a specific service I've been developing over the last 2-3 days. It's called Cabloo. You could also call it the Social Archive Project. Essentially what it is a enormous archive of user-submitted content from their Facebook pages, their Twitter pages, their Tumblr pages, and those are currently the 3 social mediums Cabloo supports. It hasn't launched yet. It will actually be going up either later tonight or tomorrow, which will be August 29th, 2011. So I'll go ahead and open up the site. It's currently running off my laptop on a local server. So this is the site. What you would usually see on the homepage down here is a live feed of streaming content, but right now there's no content that's currently archived. I wanted to demonstrate archiving so you could see firsthand how it changes, how the page changes, so I'll go ahead and join. So you would click Join the Social Archive Project up here. You would select what type of content from which one of your social accounts you want to index. There's Twitter, Tumblr, which I guess you would consider social content. It's content nonetheless. Facebook, obviously. So I'll go ahead and use Twitter. And so what you would do is you would type in your Twitter username right here. For this example, I'll be using, how about I use Bill Gates? So I would copy Bill Gates, or just type in Bill Gates since that is his Twitter name. I'd click Join with Twitter right here. And essentially what this will do is it will archive the last 200 tweets by Bill Gates. The reason it's 200 tweets is because Twitter's API limits the number of API calls we can make per hour, so we had to put a cap on it. And the maximum number of tweets you can retrieve per API call is 100, or no, it's actually 200. And so that's why the cap is at 200. We want to be able to archive the largest amount of tweets from the largest possible number of users per hour. I still think it comes out to about 30,000 tweets per hour maximum that we can archive. But here, I'll go ahead and join. So it'll say archiving, and it archives pretty quick. This is because it's only fetching 200 tweets of data, and it parses it pretty fast. So I'll go back, and I will refresh the page, and what you'll see is a stream of content by Bill Gates. It would be all the content archived if there was more right now, but it's just Bill Gates, so I'll go ahead and do that. So it's 10 randomly selective pieces of content that it will show here, and it cycles in one new piece of content and cycles out one other at the bottom per 7 seconds. And this just sort of gives you, a general overview. As you get to the site, you're like, oh, I don't know what this does, blah, blah, blah. You could see maybe something that catches your eye you want to look into. So you would go there. You could click View Original, or you could click Bill Gates right here if you wanted to see his Twitter profile. View Original would take you to the actual tweet. As you can see, you can search it. So this is going to search the entire archive, but since Bill Gates, his tweets are the only archived tweets, it will only search out of his. Excuse me. So what can we search? Let's say right here, a quick but good read. We'll search that, if I can select it. Quick but good read. And what it should do is it should pull up that tweet since it matches it. Yep, exactly. So a quick but good read. So now that you see the search portion of it and the cycling of content, let's go ahead and index a Tumblr account. With Tumblr, it indexes all of your posts of all time. And so I'm going to use David Karp, the creator of Tumblr, and as you can see, it has a fairly large amount of posts, 3,515, but we'll go ahead and archive that anyways. And so what we would do to archive it is put in his Tumblr URL, not his actual domain name that he has associated with his blog. And I believe his Tumblr URL is david.tumblr.com. And yes, it is. So we would go ahead and type david.tumblr.com. Join. This will take a minute or two because it's obviously 3,000 tweets. I mean, not tweets, wow, 3,000 posts, sorry. And so while that's going on, I'll explain a little more about the site. So, Cabloo is obviously a search engine. There's a lot of power that can be seen from the concept. All this content that's here, users can submit their own content, and with that, other users who are searching, they could discover content by a specific user who they've never heard of before. It would lead to more followers on their Twitter account, on their Tumblr, maybe more friends on Facebook. But you do have the option to anonymously archive your own content if you don't want people to be able to find out your Facebook account that the content came from, your Twitter account, Tumblr account, etc. So for the developers, we will be having an API that allows them access to the millions of pieces of content, of social content from all these networks with in-depth data. We'll be using a REST-style API, so it'll just be URLs with XML and JSON support. API will be free, and we have our framework set up to handle the tons of calls that would probably be going to the API. The site's been set up to scale right off the start, so if we were to get a spike in traffic or just a massive amount of users using the site right as we launch, that won't be a problem. It's set up to shard MySQLi with asynchronous queries, and it's sharded. It can be sharded across as many databases as we like, and that's done with, I believe it's only like 90 lines of PHP that I did. Anyways, I won't show you that. That's just backend stuff. Anyways, so David's been archived, and as you can see, he's already being fed into the feed. This is a weird post. So he's being fed into the feed already. We could type in David if we wanted to search. It would search username, title, and the content. That's what searching will search. And it searches in newest to oldest order. So we see a bunch of tweets, or not, well, I'm sorry, not tweets, a bunch of posts by David. And as we scroll down, you can see on the right that it will automatically and seamlessly load in more posts by David or whatever is relevant to your search. And you can see that just going and going and going, going from newest to oldest order. You could, say, click an image that he's posted or that's been archived. So this, I'm not even sure what this is. So a water tanker, that will pop up here. We will be implementing Thickbox support for this. We already use Thickbox for the join, but Thickbox will be supported for images. So if you click this, you would get a box that pops up with the image right here in the center. And as we scroll down, you see more and 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 more. And eventually it'll stop after it pulls 200 results for your search. This is just a hard-coded cap that's set right now. We'll probably lift it eventually or raise it. And again, if you want to see the original, say there's a monster in the kitchen, you would click View Original. It would pop it up on his actual Tumblr blog, the original post. You can see all of these people who liked it, etc., etc. And lastly, I'll show you registration with Facebook. So you click here with Facebook, and with Facebook, it requires users to enable an application, which is the only way we can use FQL, the Facebook query language, to fetch their posts. So I'll go ahead and click Join. And it should take me to the, I have to log in. It will take me to the Cabloo app, and I believe it's currently set up with my local server. I'm not sure if I switched it over to the production server, even though the production server isn't set up yet. I'll try this anyways. So I'll click Join with Facebook from the application. I've accepted the permissions already. You would be prompted to give permissions for basic information and access to your wall or your stream. So I'll click join in Facebook, and it will begin to archive all of my posts that are currently associated with my stream. And I think Facebook actually has added a specific, I guess you would say, feature, I'm not sure, that will stop posts being shown on your stream if they're older than X time, however long ago. I think it's 3 months or something like that. So I believe it's indexed or archived about 500 of my posts right here. We can go back to Cabloo, and if we search my name right in between the call, you'll see all of my Facebook content pop up, and newest to oldest. And you can scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and search and numbers and all of this. So, yeah, that's a general overview of what Cabloo is right now. It's very basic. Oh, I guess I don't have that many posts within now and June. So, yeah, this is where it ends since there's no more content to fetch. So, yeah, that is Cabloo in its basicness, and we'll be adding a lot more features soon. The API isn't done yet, and it won't be available in production. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you find use in Cabloo. Thank you.